And you can move it forward if you need to. Okay, guys. Well, thank you guys for being here. I want to say something real quick because, first, I guess anybody who knows me and Nelson well knows that you don't want us both doing a speech. So I learned from the best. I'm a big talker. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. This is incredible turnout. Nelson told me many years ago. Well, when I got promoted, anytime I got promoted, I would thank him. Like, no, it's not for friendship. He was very serious about that. And, he would always say, it's my honor. I never understood that fully. Well, you just gave me a belt, and it's my honor. But until I got to the point to be black belt and help other people develop and get their black belts, or any belt for that matter, it is an honor. This is, Jiu-Jitsu, he would always say, you're not paying me for the Jiu-Jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu is priceless. You can't pay enough for it, right? You're paying for my time, you're paying for the lights, you name it, right? And it's a gift. The Jiu-Jitsu is a gift. And at first I thought the gift was just being able to learn how to defend myself. Now I realize there's so many more gifts. And one of those biggest gifts in my life is Dr. Hudson. He's a true gift. And anybody and I know some of you don't even know Dr. Hudson, right? You just know somebody who knows Dr. Hudson, and you still showed up, which is incredible. And sometimes some of you guys are here to support me, and that's amazing, and I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just, I'm going to shut up on my hands for a second. But I'm just incredibly honored to know these guys, and what they've done for me is immeasurable. I can't really put it into words anyway. But I love the man. I'm just grateful to be here. I don't deserve to be standing where I'm standing, but I'm grateful for it. And it really is one of the best gifts in my life. So I'll hand it over to Nelson.
Okay, guys, now I'll tell you something. That's a life beat. Like I said in the beginning, I beat him in the world, martial arts. He eventually things come with that. That's impossible. You do martial arts with no loyalty, no respect. Keep yourself, spiritual good. And Jiu-Jitsu, guys know, my Jiu-Jitsu for self-defense. I'm the only Gracie. I never fight for money. The reason I'm not MMA, not holds barred, because money don't make me fight. We make $1 billion to make one fight here, exhibition fight. And the whole money in the world, I don't fight for money. Guys offer me to fight Sakuraba, offer me $1 million to make a special match after Sakuraba. Beat the family, and then I told you I don't fight him for money, but I give a result that way. You guys send Sakuraba in my house, tell him to kick my dog, I kick his ass in 10 seconds. I killed Sakuraba, I broke sleep. I put him to sleep in 10 seconds. They only walk to me, you're going to take 10 seconds. I believe in my art, martial arts, I can defend myself from anyone today. Nobody can hit me. I had 145 fights. I never take a scratch fight, punch. I hurt myself and fall over people, bang my knee in the ground. I last year fighting, all right. 7 years old, I still fight. I want to fight more. People want to haunt me. Yeah, I need to use my jiu-jitsu to defense. And I mistake, I can hear about stories. Because I used my jiu-jitsu and survived last year. My knee is still sore. I cannot walk well and must survive. And different talk stories. And God bless you. Have this jiu-jitsu for self-defense. That's the reason I'm going in MMA. I don't push people to fight. You want to fight, you're going for yourself. You mind jiu-jitsu, not for fight. And then I want you guys to understand the jiu-jitsu is more for self-defense. I appreciate it. It's something valuable. Very valuable. But anyway, I keep talking. It's a pleasure. You have this jiu-jitsu for self-defense. A point you can Jackson Hudson, you got it at a level, you get promoted. You just got faster last night. I come in here early and passed this program. It's perfect, well done. And to compete with people. And that's one. Ready, boys? My God, let me go. I'll see you later. Yes, and it's on. After this run here in Ohio, keep this thing straight on, okay? Got to be 6 degrees. The high qualified belt in the state of America. You deserve one, brother. This comes with a lot of honor.
Which is unusual in business school, but you have to have a good family that you're going to pursue jiu-jitsu. You have to be very understanding because you're always learning, taking classes, traveling. Unfortunately, I had a very understanding wife, so I was able to get away with it and wouldn't be here today if I wasn't allowed that opportunity. I want to thank Robin for putting all this on. He always does a great job, but this is such an honor to be here. I thank Hudson for all the years and all the hours
together out of it, you know. 30 years ago, this all started, even a little older than 30 years ago. In fact, when I first, well, I was training in martial arts since I was 17, and but it was Taekwondo, because that was what was around in the country at that time. Never heard of it. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. It was out of a circumstance that I carried on even after I opened my practice in Taekwondo, because I enjoyed martial arts. I met this Canizano, which many of you know. He was part of the Taekwondo school that we belonged to, which is called House of the Rock by John and Chris Rouse. Also very supportive of my learning this and standing in the way of being kind of supportive. But it was after practicing Taekwondo for years, we would meet and beat each other up at lunchtime for a good workout. But even after that, we felt that there was something missing, and we were talking about it one day, and I just said, well, everybody go out and learn something about another martial art, and bring what you learn, bring back, and you teach us and what we should do with a martial art, exposure. Well, it wasn't too long after I put that out there that Vince called his brother, who's also a black belt, but he was in Taekwondo, where he was in New York, and told him what was going on. His brother said, well, we had this tournament in New York, and these Brazilian guys came and showed their family jiu-jitsu, and they beat everybody up that was there. All the different levels of masters, they took them all on and beat them all. And I said, well, how did they do that? And they said, they took it all to the ground and finished it. And I couldn't understand how they could get hold of them. To do that, they were kicking and punching, how could they get hold of us to take us to the ground? So his brother ended up sending us the in action tape, the first Gracie in action. And the whole point of that film, if you haven't seen it, is it's challenge matches where they take on all comers, and that was a family tradition. So taking on all comers and fighting them, and if they won, they got a prize. But nobody won; they always were defeated by the jiu-jitsu.
Dollar Tree battery.
So at that point, I just said, well, let's go ahead. When I saw that happened, I said, well, let's add it to our Taekwondo. We'll spar, and if you can take your partner down, take them down to the ground. And I looked around the room, and everybody was on the ground. We couldn't stop each other, and we didn't know anything. So if I followed the tape, at the end, it scrolled down, and it said, if you have any questions about this martial art, or about this, call this number. So I went into the office, and I called the number, and I talked to Horry. And Horry answered in California, and he said, well, if you want to learn this, have me out for a seminar. And so we started planning on dates, and I needed time because nobody in the Midwest knew what jiu-jitsu was. And it was going to be a little bit of a salesmanship to try to get people from other martial arts to know there's something here that they need to know. So we put it off for a little bit, but I had a date scheduled. In the meantime, I asked Horry, I said, what can I do in the meantime? I said, well, we're going to be on the East Coast. Nobody's in the Midwest, but we're on the East Coast if you want to come to a seminar there. So flew out to the next seminar. Ben, Boyce, and Horry took the first seminar I ever did with Jiu-Jitsu at Northern New Jersey. And partway through the seminar, I saw Boyce out there sparring with people. And anybody that wanted to spar, he would spar with, finish him in a minute and a half, something of this nature. I watched him for about 10 rounds. And I went out, and he said, you want to spar? He said, you want to spar? partner? I go, yeah. And then I said, do you want to rest a little bit? And he goes, well, here's the rest. And I said, here, just to make it fair. I saw the eyes in his head roll back. And he just pointed to the back. And I worked with a Gracie family by the garden of pain. They take you and stretch you in all different directions. Without tapping you, you're wanting to tap it just before the point. So I got a little longer than a 2-minute exposure to jiu-jitsu. But anyway, I was sold after that and started to fly out to California, train as much as I could, stay for a week or two in California, train all my classes, stay from 7 in the morning to 7 in the evening, taking classes, taking privates, so it was hard. But eventually our seminar came around in Ohio, and we went through the seminar, it was good. And then after the seminar, I remember Orion sit down on the mats with me and laying out these blueprints. And he goes, this is what we're thinking of doing. It's I want to display our family jiu-jitsu to the world. And it's called we're going to call it the Ultimate Fighting Challenge. And we don't have the money to put this on, so we're asking our students if they want to be part of it. And he said, you can think about that. And I wrote him a check. I said, yeah, I believe in this. This is going to go somewhere. And became a limited partner in the UFCs. So that was a blessing. Yeah, it was at the beginning. So we
had money to make the show. Thank you.
Yeah. So I got my certificate. I was a limited partner. I was allowed to come. Flew out to the first UFC, was able to sit in on all the fighters' meetings, which were hilarious.
Here, you got a blue belt. I got my red black belt the same day my dad promoted the blue belt. He got promoted from my dad.
A lot of things happened during that UFC.
Me and him got promoted the same day. I got my red black, he got it.
I met Hoyler there, and Hoyler was I said, you know, I have nothing to do. You want to do a private for me? Because I'm needing all the family. So I went into a conference room and did a little bit of a private with Hoyler. All of a sudden, Hudson walks in, Orion walks in, Hoyce walks in, Mulker walks in, and then Elio walks in, and they walk up and they start shaking my hand and saying, congratulations with your blue belt, you know, and I didn't even know it. And I said, the whole family came out, you know, out to give me a blue belt. It was crazy. Well, they were actually there in pictures taking. So they were photographers come in and take pictures. But we got to have some special times, and during that time, I would still go out to California and train, but Hoyce came to he used to stop by where I was staying in a hotel, and I would adjust him, you know. He would, he told me one day after I just adjusted, he said, you know, I'm not going to be able to, Orion and I are not going to be able to come out because this is pre-UFC, because I'm going to have to train. Orion's trying to get this UFC together, but we're going to ask our brother Hudson to come out. So this is about a year before that first UFC started, maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah, 91.
Yeah, it was in that
I
area.
remember in 1991. That was kicked up in 93.
Yeah.
That's when I had the first one, you already do that.
Right.
But
Well,
we trained before the West Coast.
yeah, so we were, I said, well, I haven't met Hudson, you know, what's he like? You know, he goes, well, if he likes you, he'll give you the shirt off his back. But if he doesn't like you, then he just shook his head and he goes, Hudson has fought more street fights than anybody else in our town. So he has a little bit of a temper. So don't get on his bad side there. Oh, great. What am I getting in here?
It was nice.
Well, I went to pick him up at the airport. We planned to come a week ahead. We'd be privates. do a seminar, and then he would stay for extra days and we'd do more privates. And so what happened, I didn't even know what he looked like at that point. Went to the airport, I stood, he was supposed to be on this flight. Everybody's exiting I don't see anybody who looks like they're from Brazil coming out. And finally, the plane's empty and the door's standing open. I'm saying, what happened? You know, did this is flight? Am I at the wrong flight? He comes walking out, and there's about 3 or 4 guys just surrounding him, firing questions at him, you know. So he's already teaching him what he does. And then he stops, and he's pulling out things out of his bag, and he's got the Jiu-Jitsu t-shirts, and he's giving this guy a t-shirt. Well, he got down the last time to get a t-shirt. And so I see him looking around, so he pulled off his shirt, gave him the shirt, I said, that's Relson, he's giving the shirt.
Try to make friends, and that's life for me, man. You know, make friends. You want to come here, start going, I relate to Jeff real good. I see his sacrifice. I see how much he loves Jiu-Jitsu. 2 times a day, 2 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the night. Let's get dinners together. Então, I feel like I'm jealous. Royce, alguém come here. No, Jeff, nobody come here. I come here. And then I make this relation, and but I don't think first because I don't give the sport for any brothers. I'm very jealous to my students. I don't want to my association receive somebody else like Shaolin to give a seminar because they're going to miss my class. You understand? It's not. I don't want to receive Shaolin here one day doing seminar for you guys because you can fight war. It no existe my jiu-jitsu. The easiest neutralize this fight war. They have defense for everything. It's beating bolo. Beating bolo don't work with me, man. I'm going to hold his collar, check him down. You know what? I have access to trade. Então, depending what you're doing, what your intention, how much you know, you can avoid this beating bolos and stuff. When I talk about the process to come over here, I say, Jeff, I'm the one. He's just like it because I did the whole my jiu-jitsu. You see the results. That's free shape. That's, the support, the training, armor, 100%. Those go there. Bring the crew, the school. I was doing the whole armors, for 5-6 years in the road because school Ohio is one of the most green competitors. I bring up ones from New York, ones from my case, ones from San Antonio, on the crew, he represents that right. Ohio team is one to win the tournaments and who shows, everybody comes together, we make these titles. God bless you guys, make the title, you guys.
When Hudson started his association, I had to write a formal letter to the Gracie Academy and let them know that Relson's my main instructor because he's the one coming. I didn't have to fly out there. He would come and stay for as long as I wanted to. And he taught me from the beginning of the jiu-jitsu all the way through the end. There was, he got belts that 2 times I remember were like significant to me as far as achievement was. We were sparring one day, this is after years of working with him. He goes, now we fight for inch. Because we're moving fast, we're being very careful with each other. That really stood out to me. And then it was years after that, maybe a decade after that, he told me, he says, Jeff, I have nothing else to teach you. I've taught you everything I know. We can start making up boots now. And so we started looking at films. See what other people are doing, and then making boots out.
When you get a level like that, you do it like me, sempre jiu-jitsu every day. It's possible you adjust something new, You cannot change the jiu-jitsu, nothing to change. Or you can adjust and develop some adjustments or some tricks, Yes, you can put it away. But basically, it's very important. You guys have the basic mind jiu-jitsu. What you guys can see today, this back skate. How many people get in trouble in back skate? My white belt cannot get in trouble. I don't want to talk about blue purples. In 11 black white belt, everybody needs to take 3 seconds. 5 seconds, I think. 3 seconds. Me, you guys 5 seconds. Depois da área, eu vou ter que é. Então, nessa Jiu-Jitsu, I think I GracieOhio, it makes people because I'm the older competitor in the family, 22 years undefeated. My weight, the open division, no competition, I know what I'm talking about, has a lot of dedication, competition, has diet, sleep early, no drugs, no cigarettes, no drugs, no nothing. It's 30 days, girlfriends away. When the come training, it's 30 days, no girlfriend. I just talked to the guy standing there talking, a boy, we 14 years old, this post is one Phil Clark student. The guy's 14 years old with us Jiu-Jitsu. Jean helping him too. Jean is #1 in Jiu-Jitsu today. The planet, API, Jean. Não vai, até ele é bem, até a Hudson, I think Jean is more qualified today in competition myself. Jean, my stepson. People look at him and say, Jean is our son. People ask Jean, you are our son. The people, he looks like me and I train like son. And then Jean going to come to his room next month. We'll be here. My best crew, best team. I really appreciate that's an honor for Hudson. And you guys love your honor this day. And God bless you. That's the best thing for me. Making this process, normal, with a lot of days to go, like you say, here, there. Let's finish there. Beautiful. 60. Thank you, Jan, forever.
No, I'm sorry. Were you finished? Good. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for.
I want to resist this. I thought I could put everybody all.
Yes, we're gonna do a picture. So.
How big was that? Thanks, everybody. Hello.
Before we brought it closer, we were just lying. Before this was brought closer, we were just lying right in the middle of the shot. Probably wants us to
Run, let it run.
Just gonna edit that part out. Was Jeff the first white purple belt?
Photo set up now. Want to say goodbye? Say goodbye to your studio audience.
Joining us, guys. Vince, wish you could have been here.
If only I could turn it off. That wasn't a smooth transition. Oh, that's it.